The cicada and the ant during the bright and breezy dry season. The cicada spent his days flying from tree to tree, singing joyfully under the sun. His voice echoed across the forest, bringing music to the air. He sang without a care, not worrying about collecting food or preparing for the rainy season. Why should I worry, he thought. The weather is perfect and there's always something to eat nearby. So he sang, danced, and enjoyed each day, while others, like the ant, were busy gathering food and storing it deep in their nests. The dry season passed, and dark clouds filled the sky. Rain poured down heavily as the rainy season arrived. The forest changed. Food became hard to find, and the trees no longer provided the fruits and leaves the cicada had once enjoyed. Cold, wet, and hungry, the cicada flew from branch to branch, searching for something to eat. But there was nothing. After days of starving, he remembered the ant who had worked so hard during the dry season. With hope in his heart, the cicada flew to the ant's home. He knocked gently on the tiny door and called out, "Friend Aunt, I'm starving. May I please borrow some food?" The aunt peeked out and asked, "Cicada, why didn't you gather food during the dry season like the rest of us? What were you doing all that time?" The cicada replied quietly, "I was busy singing." The ant looked at him and said, "If you were singing before, then maybe you should sing now too. Maybe your songs will fill your belly." The cicada bowed his head and pleaded, "Please, friend, I'm nearly dying of hunger. Just a little food, can you share some with me?" The ant sighed and replied, "I do have food, but I collected just enough for my family. I'm sorry, cicada, I don't have enough to share." With a heavy heart and empty stomach, the cicada flew away, cold and hungry. After a while, he saw a butterfly and asked, "My dear butterfly, can you lend me some nectar? I am so hungry." The butterfly replied, "I am sorry, dear cicada, but I only collect nectar for myself and my children. If you want some, you should have been here earlier." Disappointed, the cicada flew on until he came across a group of grasshoppers playing in the tall grass. He requested, "Oh, please, friends, give me some food. I am very hungry." The grasshoppers stopped playing, and one of them said, "We only have enough food for ourselves. You should have stored food like we did during the dry season." The cicada sadly shook his head. He understood that they were right. He had been foolish to waste his time when he could have been gathering food. He spent the whole day singing and playing instead. Now he was paying the price for his foolishness. As the sun began to set, the cicada came across a little mouse who had gathered some grain in a hole beneath a rock. The cicada knocked on the rock and asked the mouse for some food. The mouse looked out and, seeing the sad cicada, felt a little sympathy for him. She asked, "Why didn't you collect food during the dry season?" The cicada replied, "I didn't think about the future. I was too busy enjoying the present." The mouse said, "I understand, but now you must face the consequences of your actions. You have wasted the time when you could have gathered food. Now there is none to be found." The cicada nodded his head, understanding that he had only himself to blame for his current situation. The mouse closed her hole and the cicada flew away, feeling disappointed in himself. He had been too carefree during the good times, and now he was facing the consequences of his actions. The story of the cicada and the ant teaches us an important lesson about the value of planning ahead and preparing for the future. While it's important to enjoy the present moment, it's also crucial to think about what lies ahead. Just like the ant, we should take the time to gather resources and make preparations so that we're ready for whatever challenges may come our way. On the other hand, the cicada represents those who live in the moment without considering the future. He's too busy enjoying the present to think about what lies ahead. And when the rainy season arrives, he's left hungry and unprepared. This story reminds us that a little planning and preparation can go a long way. By taking the time to plan ahead and make preparations, we can avoid the struggles and difficulties that come with being unprepared. It's important to strike a balance between living in the moment and planning for the future. We should enjoy the present, but we should also take the time to prepare for the future. That way, we can enjoy our lives without worrying about what lies ahead.